How can it take 12 months? We know the evidence that was there. In they came, the celebrities thought that they're above Australia's biosecurity laws. What's taking so long?
Well, Senator, it's only cut and dried if we can get a conviction.
Although the defamation trial between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp is over, Australian authorities are still looking into Ms. Heard over allegations she lied under oath during her criminal prosecution in Queensland in 2016. A new video has emerged of a discussion among Australian authorities debating Amber's allegations. The offense can carry up to 14 years in prison. So what exactly did Amber do in Australia? Will she face imprisonment? Keep watching to find out. According to a spokesperson for Australia's Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment, the 36-year-old actress is being investigated for allegedly lying under oath. The department is looking into allegations of perjury by Ms. Heard during court proceedings for the 2015 illegal importation of her 2 dogs into Australia, according to an Australian official who could not be reached. A video of a discussion among the Australian authorities has come out, but it is being alleged that the video is from October 2021. Ms. Heard caused a stir in 2015 when she brought her 2 Yorkshire Terriers, Pistol and Boo, into Australia via charter jet without the necessary permits and quarantine period, then marked no to the relevant questions on her immigration form. Ms. Heard traveled to Australia to visit her husband, who was working on a Pirates of the Caribbean film on Queensland's Gold Coast. Infuriated by the behavior, then Agriculture Minister Barnaby Joyce publicly threatened to euthanize the dogs, a threat that made international headlines. Many were very cautious on whether the investigations could go forward, and Amber could be brought to court again. One user said that Australia appears to dislike it when you attempt to destroy their ecosystem with your teacup Yorkies. Another stated that, "I'm not a Heard supporter, but Australia has bigger problems to deal with than Amber Heard." One more fan commented that, "It's incredible that AH is catching more legal issues in various countries, while JD had nothing come to light after a televised court case." One more fan said that if this is true, it will completely make my day. Just seeing her arrested for anything, let alone being held accountable for something, would be a small slice of karma pie. Another user added that this was a long time ago. She committed perjury in 3 countries. But don't be fooled. No one is going to do anything about it. One more tweeted that, "But this has been going on since after the 2020 trial, so who knows when they'll do anything." When Barnaby Joyce brought it up last year, he received the same response. He even stated that if she wasn't a celebrity, there would be no doubt. Subordination of perjury is a crime in New South Wales. Obtaining, persuading, or inducing another person to lie under oath or affirmation is known as subordination of perjury, and it is a crime punishable by up to 7 years in prison under Section 333 of Crimes Act 1900. The prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you procured, persuaded, induced, or otherwise caused a person to give false testimony, and that testimony amounted to perjury. When your conduct was intended to obtain a person's conviction or acquittal for an indictable offense, the maximum penalty is increased to 14 years. Plead guilty. Ms. Heard pleaded guilty in a Queensland court in July 2015 to illegally importing her dogs, a charge that carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison and/or a $75,000 fine. Her sentencing hearing took place April 2016, and she was ultimately given a 1-month good behavior bond based on a variety of subjective materials, including her apology letter and Mr. Murphy's affidavit. There was no record of a criminal conviction against her name. Investigation. In 2020, the chairperson of the Senate Rural and Regional Affairs and Transport Legislation Committee questioned Ms. Peta Lane of Agriculture Department about the nature and status of the investigation, to which Ms. Lane responded, "There was evidence presented in the London court case which suggested false statements were provided in the court case in Australia in 2016, so we are investigating that." Ms. Lane was then asked by the chairperson, "As I understand it, Kevin Murphy, Johnny Depp's former estate manager, stated in a witness statement that he told Heard, quote, by email, telephone, and in person that she could not take the dogs to Australia because the relevant paperwork and permits were not complete and the required 10-day quarantine arrangements had not been put in in place. Ms. Heard later told the court in Australia that, "I told her it was fine to bring the dogs into Australia," Mr. Murphy continued. "That is incorrect. I never told her that." Ms. Lane responded, "Yes, Senator, we understand that. All of the evidence presented in the London court case was false, and false testimony is a crime under the Crimes Act. So that is what we are now looking into. We recently contacted the Department of Agriculture, Water, and the Environment, whose spokesperson informed us in an email on June 9, 2022, that the department is investigating allegations of perjury by Ms. Heard during court proceedings for the illegal importation of her 2 dogs into Australia in 2015. The department cannot comment further because the investigation is ongoing." Do you think Amber will be facing time in prison? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.